Halloween, my dears. And the Moonspell collection came out from Lunar Beauty, no other than Manny Way, which of course is a YouTuber here on YouTube. Well, if you've been curious about this collection and this lovely packaging and how I created this green makeup look for your Halloween pleasures, then keep watching, my dears. Keep watching. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dears, and thank you so much for pushing the little play button. I really appreciate it. Now, today I will be doing my favorite makeup look, as well as giving you my opinions on the Manny MUA Moonspell makeup collection that just came out not too long ago. Now, I know what you're saying. Is a Halloween collection on a week of Halloween. I'm sorry, I just barely got these. My apologies. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this is basically my third time me trying this collection. I haven't tried all the colors in here, but I have tried some. In the makeup tutorial, I'm gonna let you know my thoughts so far of the colors and the shimmers that are in this collection. Just if you're curious, it looks like a book. I know, an old-fashioned book. It's fantastic. Now, this palette just alone, it feels very heavy, very luxe, very heavy, just letting you know. It is 66 ounces, and the packaging, I mean, you can feel it. You can tell he put a lot of thought, and you can feel everything. It has Moonspell Lunar Beauty, and it looks like a mini Bible, doesn't it? He is a big fan, so am I, as Charmed. That movie that came out in the early 90s, I love rewatching that show. And yes, I do have the whole collection, the whole book of it, of the CDs and the episodes, and it's also on Netflix. Just FYI, just in case you didn't know. But the back, it has Lunar Beauty, and he has this lovely saying. I'm gonna read it to you. Some of the wording is very familiar, so if you're a fan of Charmed, this may sound a little familiar. Something wicked this way comes. Be ready to shock and amaze in this enchanting 15 color palette. Go from good witch to bad witch in a snap. This palette will put you on a spell. Sorry, I'm a little bit in a witchy mood today. I just am. So, and it has his signature. It is so cute. It's Manny MUA, and it has a little heart. It is absolutely so cute. I love how he signs it. And in case you don't know it, I'll put his channel down in the description below, just in case you don't know who Manny is. He's actually fantastic. I've been watching him for years. And his brand, it is cruelty-free, and of course, like all the shadows, supposedly they'll last for about a year. And I have palettes that last more than a year. Oh, and if you're wondering about the 15 colors, I love taking it out like this. And here are the colors. Oh, and also in this whole collection that came in, Manny came out with the whole, just look, it is just like, oh, fantastic. Now, the back, it does show you what you're getting, the Moonspell 50 Shades. It's $48, just wanted to let you know. Enchantment, the gloss by itself is like $1 cheaper, $17, but the two liquid lipsticks, Wicked and Witch Bitch, is $18. Just want to let you know about this picture. Fierce, my dears, fierce. And of course, his lipstick collection, an Enchanted, Wicked, and Witch Bitch. I know, don't you love the names? I love saying the red. I'm going to show you swatches, and yes, I have, let's just say all three on my lips today. So, if you're curious of how my lips today, but before we go straight into the review, I just want to remind you, just in case you are new to my channel, thank you for pushing the play button, by the way. I am a musician, I am working on my music, but on the side, on this channel, I will put, covers that I do, of course. Also, as well as I do makeup reviews, tutorials, unboxings like BoxyCharm. I do those once a month, and of course my covers until my original music is done, because a lot of it is stuck in copyright and I still have a lot more to go. So I appreciate your patience, and I will be announcing shows as I do live as things progress. So thank you so much. So for no further ado, I'll hush, I'll be quiet, and let's go straight into the tutorial. In the intro, and I gave you a little bit facts at the beginning about the Moonspell palette. Now, I may bring you in a little bit closer, and I'm going to show you my favorite look that I came up with this palette. And if you have this palette, maybe you could wear it for Halloween. So, as you can see, my brows are done, my eyes, I already have primer, I already have powder, they're already set, they're ready to go with eyeshadow. Now I don't know if the camera's able to catch it, but if you see a little bit of sparkles going on in there, I'm using the Urban Decay primer, the honey, that right now they're kind of selling it separately with the honey line. And honestly, to be honest, it's strictly just gold, and when you spread it out, the yellow is gone and you're left with a lot of shimmer, which in a way it kind of works out for the holidays, especially for Christmas, because it helps to have that shininess. But if you don't want any of that shine, not a good product, just a little FYI, my dears. Here are all the colors that come with it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So for no further ado, let me show you my look. Alright, my dears, so the first color that I like is this color over here, that's Bonnie. Now, as I'm going through the colors, I will be putting up pictures of where Manny is getting these names, because these are coming from Witch's TV shows, movies, and I'll put the picture over here to let you know for what movie. That way you can know, oh, that's where that name came from, and that way you'll at least know. So, just pay attention to pictures over here. Okay, so I'm going to go into Bonnie. I'm going to be using my Sigma E40, of course, right? Now, one of the things I do notice about these, I don't know if you're able to see, if you put your brush in here, it's very powdery and very messy. And that happens with all the colors, just thought you should know. Now, some people, that will actually bother people. Some people will be like, oh, and some people won't. For me, it doesn't bother me, just tap the brush. And since I always do eyes first, you can always clean it up. So just want to let you know. Oh, and in case I didn't mention it, I'm going to be doing eyes and then lips. I'm going to show you the 3 lipsticks that he came out with this collection. As for the face, I'm just going to step away and do it. You guys have seen all my videos of how I do my face. And I will be putting those products down in the description below. Okay, I'm going to be putting this all over the crease. Now, as you can tell from this color, it's like a very lime green, yellowish green that he has going on. But when you apply it to the skin, as you can tell, it's more yellow than anything else. It may be little sparks, like right here, a little bit of dark green. You just have to, well, for me, I gotta keep blending. But as you can tell, it becomes a little bit more yellow than green on the eyes. Interesting, isn't it? So now I'm going to go to the next color. I'm going to be using the Luxie 121 brush, and I'm actually going to go into Marnie, which is this color over here. And yes, I do have it that she came with the 2 Halloween Town movies. There was a 3rd one, she wasn't in it, and another story about she was in another movie at the time, they didn't want to wait, so they cast another actress to replace her. Come on, you should know. You always have to wait for the original. That's what people watch. If it's not the original, the new actress, I mean, it's not their fault. You should know, just wait. You can have made more money, just saying. Alright, go into Marnie. I already warned you, they're powdery. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on the crease, but a little bit lower because I want that Bonnie color to be shown. And I'm also going to be applying this all over the lid. That Marnie color, sorry, I did say it was powdery. All the colors in here, the thing that I noticed is that they come up a little bit different than the color you see in a pan. Like Marnie, you're gonna look like, you know, this, it's a dark green, but it shouldn't be that dark. But if you look at my eyes compared to this, you want to picture this dark green to be that. Yeah, a lot of these colors are like that, and all of them seem to have like the same amount of pattern. If you want dramatic, you're gonna have to build it up. I think that's actually really good because that gives you time to blend and take your time. And you see how that kind of yellowish, greenish, and this dark is together? You see how if you go gently, those 2 go together beautifully. Now, if this was actually a lot more pigmented, which is what I thought it would be, because I would picture him always having colors that are extremely dramatic and pigmented, so I'm actually a little bit surprised that these are a little bit softer, but you know, that's good too. Especially if you're going to be using this for Halloween, you need it to be softer. That way you can take your time and blend. And even if you have a pigment like let's say I put a pigment right there, it doesn't just stay, it does give you time to blend. So these are very blendable, very nice. Just so far, I like the blendability. Nothing's wrong with the shadows. I'm just still shocked that you have to build it. It's just, I think of Manny and I think strong pigmentation, not soft. And then I'm going to go into Bonnie back with the Sigma E40, and I'm just going to use it here just to blend. That way it won't have any harshness. Now, if you want to just leave these 2 colors together, you're good. You're fantastic. You don't have to add any other colors. You really don't. Finish your face and you'd be gone. You'd be good for Halloween. But I, of course, am never satisfied. I want to add different colors. And I'm gonna go a little bit out of this green row, so I'm actually gonna go a little bit up here in the purple row for a moment. So the color that caught my attention is Phoebe and Prue, and we will be using both, my dears. Yes, we will. So what I'm gonna do, Prue, you can actually use this just on the lid by itself and be done, because that's not gonna give you a lot of pigmentation, but it's more like a topper. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna be using my MAC 242 brush. I'm gonna go into Prue. And that's the difference between the matte and the shimmers. The shimmers, as you can tell, is not as messy. It's a little bit more condensed. And I'm honestly just gonna put it on the outer corner because I do want to keep that Marnie color all over the lid, but I want to have a little bit of shine on the outer corners. With a brush, Prue actually does come out a little bit more pigmented, and as you can tell with the brush, it does come a little bit pigmented, which is what I like. I just didn't want that green covered, but I wouldn't mind it in the outer corners. You can also apply it with your finger, by the way. Okay, you see how it brings a little bit of color of that green? You can still see the green underneath, but it's not like, oh, girl, you just covered up all of your green there. No, you can still see it, but it's just not as intense. But you see how that gave, interestingly, a nice gradient with all the greens, or hash green, yellow, what I like to call the Bonnie color. And then I'm gonna go straight into the brow bone. Now, if you can tell from this palette, he did not include a white or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna use this exact shade Prue. I'm gonna be using this Motor Brush BMX 420, and I'm gonna lightly do little taps on Prue, and I'm gonna put it all over the brow bone. Now, are you seeing what that Prue color does with like no color like we did with the green? It's actually very light, very dispersed glitter, and it kind of disappears a little bit, which is why I said it'd be good for like the brow bone, or you could put this just like on your lid by itself. I've done that before as well. So you have options with it. So it's very, very, very nice. I like this color. I like how Manny did it. I go back with a Sigma 840, and I just, with no additional product, lightly blend everything together. I'm actually going to go back, because a little bit of that green, because of the blending, does go away. I'm going to go back into Marnie, and I'm going to intensify it once more. Now, are you guys seeing why I chose this tinier brush? Because it goes on the crease, but it doesn't like blow out your entire color. Because remember, I still want Bonnie to be seen. Then go back with the MAC 242 brush, go back into Prue, and add more intensity in the outer corners. And then, of course, I'm going to add a little bit. I mean, it's a little bit, like literally. That's it. Tap. And blend everything in. Alright, my dears, and that's basically all I'm going to be doing on the eyes. So I'm going to step away for a moment. I'm going to clean up, because you know me, I'm kind of messy on the eyes. I'm going to clean up, put my primer, foundation, bronzer, blush, highlighter, and I'll be right back, and we'll finish underneath the eyes, and we'll do swatches on all three colors. So for me, it's going to be a bit. For you, I'll see you in just a second. Alright, my loves, now I am back. As you can tell, I have the rest of my face products on. And I know, I have a little more energy now. I know, where was this about like, I was like 20 minutes ago. I know, it's morning, it's a little chilly. Okay, we're back. I'm so sorry. Alright, so, let's go ahead and finish up underneath the eyes. We're still going to go to that green and an additional purple in there, because I want to have a little bit of purple. So, what I'm actually going to be doing, I'm going to be using this brush. It's another Luxie brush. It's a Mini 111, and I'm actually going to go into Phoebe. So I'm going to put my little brush in Phoebe, and I'm going to put it all underneath the lash line and really tight line, because I'm going to be adding the two greens, but then the top to the bottom as well. So watch. See that beautiful purple color. Now, even though in the pan it looks like it has sparkles, but it has a little bit more sheen than anything else. It's just very bright. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush that we used from the top, the 121 brush. I'm going to go into Marnie, and I'm going to put it all underneath that Phoebe color. It's a little bit messy on this side. It's okay. We'll fix it. Then I'm actually going to take the next brush, Lexi brush 141, and I'm going to go into Bonnie, and I'm going to put it all underneath the underneath that color. And then I'm going to go back to the same E40 brush, but no additional product of what we use for Bonnie, and I'm actually going to blend because I need some blending underneath here. Okay, and then for the inner corners, I'm going to go back and use this exact same brush, the 141 brush. I'm going to go into Phoebe again, and I'm going to put it in the inner corners. I'm actually going to use the MAC 242 brush and go into Peru, and I'm going to put it in the inner corners as well, on top. Okay, you see how that alone kind of brightened the inner corner. I'm going to be using this brush over here that we did in the top with no additional product, the Moda Detail 420, and just blend this out as much as we can. Alright, my dears, and then we're going to use the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, and I'm going to put it in the bottom lashes. Now, a little FYI, you can go ahead and put fake lashes on if you like, especially with this bold color that we're going on. Me, personally, I'm not going to, because I did a show yesterday and I had false lashes, and I kind of need my eyes to rest a little bit, because, yeah, I'm the type of person I can't wear lashes every day. So, okay, and then I'm actually going to be using one of the shadows. Even though I do have highlight on, I want to use a little bit of Peru, and I'm going to put a little bit on the cheeks. And it could be used as highlight. See? Cute. Okay, now, what we all been waiting for, let's go ahead and swatch the lipsticks. Now, he came out with 3, so I'm going to go with the lightest one first. This is called Enchantment, and I love the packaging. Has the little diamond up there. It's absolutely beautiful, and even the box, I mean, you can feel all of the design that he put. He put a lot of work into the packaging. It's absolutely beautiful. He even put his little signature here, I just noticed. Okay, now this is what Enchantment looks like, and I have worn this by itself. Now, as you can tell, it has like a little purple iridescent effect. So this color, you can wear it by itself, because I have, or you can use it as a lip topper, and the glow is just beautiful. Now, this Enchantment one, it doesn't last all day. Like, if you sip on something or whatever, it will go away. So this one, you're going to have to reapply. Just wanted to let you know, because I didn't do it a minute ago. This is how Enchantment swatches. The next color in the collection is this color that he called Witch Bitch. And I believe this is a red. Yep, it's a beautiful red color. It's a beautiful red color, so you can tell it's red. I'm going to show you the difference on the packaging with the Enchantment, because that one's completely white, just for you can see the difference. See how this one has it coming out as well, but it's more like whitish. Now this one, my dears, it is red. Yes, it is blood red. Now, if you have been in my channel for a while, you guys know I don't wear red because it's just too much of an issue. Like, it literally, it bleeds and this. This I have tried, and actually this formula in this particular red, it doesn't bleed on me or anything. So this is actually one of the reds I will actually wear, because the way Manny did this formula is fantastic. And I love how it did the applicator. In case you didn't see it, it has like that little angle wand. And it's, you can just apply it to the lips easily. Alright, this is Witch Bitch. It is bloody red. It has that shine, and yes, in case you guys are wondering, it does dry down to matte. This, I would say it is non-transferable, like when it dries. But it does leave a little bit of color, but it's not as much as you would think. So to prove it to you, I'm going to wait for a second. I'm going to let this color dry. I'm going to kiss my hand, and that way I can show you, and then we'll go on to the third color. Okay, I'll let it dry for a few minutes, and like I said, it will transfer, but not a lot. See, it does, but not a lot. But look, a lot of the color is still on your lips because this one is so potent. So, like I said, these colors are very bright. Let it dry a little bit. It will transfer, but even if you kiss someone, lipsticks are still going to come off. Just the color will, but the color stays very nice and rich on your lips still. So, let me take it off and I'm going to show you the last color. Alright, I tried to take the red off as much as I could, but as you can tell, it does stain your lips a little bit. So, even if you don't want this color, it does give you a little bit of flush, but it does stain. So. Alright, the last color, it is called Wicked, and I believe this is black. This one doesn't have the color flushing through, but you can clearly see it is black. So I do like the fact that he matched the packaging to the colors because it's a lot easier to see what you're picking up. And of course, it has the beautiful diamond on top. I love that design. And then let's see how it looks, because this is the one color I haven't tried. It smells like vanilla. It's black. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to putting black lipstick on my lips. But what do you think? You think this is a color I should incorporate in my makeup looks? Now this color I actually like. It was easy to apply. It's just like the red. Even though the Enchantment, the white color is a lot smoother. It glided on the lips beautifully. But I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna put a little bit of red, as you can tell. It's a little bit like on the edge of my lips anyway. I'm gonna edge them out. And then, see how that made it like bloody red? But then I'm gonna use the black. And I'm gonna fill in like in the middle. Because I do like this black. I just want more of the red because the red's stained. Just to have a little bit of that effect, like a dual effect. So that's an idea. If you have both of these colors, you want blood red, mix both of them. And here's the swatch of that black. As you can tell, it gave it like that nice vampy look when you could buy both colors together. So this would be a good look like if you plan to be a vampire this Halloween or a witch. But this is how the black swatches. It is. All these colors are very potent. So, trying to take it off. That's always a bear. The Enchantment, see, it stains, but it's okay. Now, I just finished showing you my favorite look out of this Moonspell palette, along with the 3 beautiful lipsticks. Now, on to my final review and opinions and critiques of the Moonspell collection. Alright, my dears, as I indicated, I showed you my favorite look that came from the Moonspell palette. Now, this palette, as I stated in the beginning, it is it's heavy. It is not light. It's actually a very heavy feeling palette, which I love it. It's actually very nice. I love the cover and the packaging of it, that you could feel the letters. It's just, he did a fantastic job. Good job, Manny. Off to what I think about the colors. Now, I have tried almost, I'm not going to say every color, almost every color in this palette so far. So, you can create a neutral look, and I have created this neutral look before with Kiki, Winifred, and Hermione, which is a gorgeous color, by the way. These colors do last all day, but for it to last all day, you really, I mean, really have to have a really good primer on. Like for me, I kind of use 2 things, the Urban Decay primer on top of with concealer, because I just like to conceal all of my veins, my dears, because I don't like to see my veins. So that's what I use in plus powder, and then I go on. But it does last around a good work day, throughout the day type of thing. If you want to wear this at night, it will last you a very good amount of time as well. And I used it green because I just love the combination of the Marnie and the Bonnie. Now, if you're a little concerned that I did a little bit lower down here, you don't have to. It's just kind of like a look that I just liked. But these colors are very nice. Prue, as you can tell, is more of a topper than anything else. The rest have a little bit more pigmentation, but they're a lot easier to put. It depends on your look. When you put it with your finger, you're going to be able to see the glitters and the shine a little bit more compared to a brush, unless you add like MAC Fix Plus, but that's like with any shadow, so you're good there. But Prue, as you can tell, is more of a topper, or leave it by itself, because I've tried it by itself and it's gorgeous. So I do like that, especially with your no makeup makeup base, just put it all over the lid and you'll be fine. People will be like, ooh, she has a little shine on her. Just a little shine. So we got that going on there. And the mattes, they're very powdery. As you saw during the tutorial, they're very, very powdery. That may bother you and may not. If you're the type of person that does the face first and then the eyes, that may be an issue. So what I recommend for this particular palette, please do your eyes first. It's just, it will save you so much time. You can clean up. It will save you so much time in here. So do the eyes first with this palette. Now, what I do have to say about these shadows, they're very light. All of them, even the very glittery ones, they're very, very light. And they're buildable. So I say if you're a beginner of makeup or you just like to start off slow, it's kind of scared with colors because this has a lot of colors in it, my dears. This would be a good palette for you because you just put your brush in there and you slowly build it up. Like this Bonnie color, you really have to slowly build it up because even though for me, I like having the bam pigmentation on there and just blend and go. I've been doing makeup for years though, so that's how I'm able to do it like that, but other people, they don't. So I would recommend to just build it up. So these shadows are very, very buildable. They do last all day. I would not recommend to wear this like, let's say if you do your makeup at 7 a.m. to expect your makeup to look absolutely fantastic by like midnight. I mean, colors are going to fade, but like I said, I recommend an extremely good eyeshadow primer that you like. In the TooFaced and Urban Decay and I think Milani drugstore would be a very good primer, just letting you know. Packaging, I already stated, love. As for the lipsticks, you can't take away the packaging. I mean, to the eyeshadow palette, to this. All of this feels very heavy, very luxe, very expensive. So, Manny did a good job on that. I don't know how he did it because this is like $48 on the site and these I believe are like $18. But I love the crystals, I love the bling on them. Now, my favorite one, I ain't gonna lie, it is gonna be the Enchantment, the white one, because you can put it as a topper, you can leave it by itself. Love it. It gives you that extra and shine. Just This black, today was my first impressions. I do like it. I do like it's very pigmented. It's just not a type of color I'm used to seeing myself on. Give me your thoughts about me wearing black. And the red is so bloody pigmented. Now I have worn this by itself before and it really lasted me all day, and as I mentioned, I'm not a red lipstick type of gal. I'm just not. But this one actually lasted on the lips for a long period of time. These colors are definitely colors I would use. The black, maybe a mix with something else if I want it a little bit darker by itself for maybe Halloween like now, or if I'm doing like a gothic look perhaps, but not a color I want to use like in my everyday life. Red, not so much unless I know like I'm doing a photo shoot or something, and red would be fantastic. Out of all the formulas, I would trust Manny's, to be honest, because it doesn't bleed. You just have to take care of it with some powder and blot it and just make sure it stays, but it doesn't bleed, so I really do like that. And this white, my favorite. Y'all saw this watching. Actually, let's see how it does look with this lip color. I'm kind of curious. Hold on. Now that's pretty. Okay, enough playing and experimenting. His collection is so much fun. Now, I do think Manny did a very good job with the collection. You can tell he put a lot of thought into his collection. The packaging, the luxe, the book type, this lipsticks. I think they were the same as the Greek goddess, which I didn't get, but which I was trying to do, just lipsticks, but they kept being sold out. So I got lucky on these, and I would absolutely love it because I've seen a lot of Halloween collections come out, and this is the only one that caught my attention. I'm picky, what can I say? But this I absolutely recommend. Now, I know it's Halloween, you're like, girl, you're doing this at the last week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, it is the last week, but you never know. Maybe Manny can put these on sale. I don't know. Or maybe he'll re-release them next year. I don't know. But if you do have it, I would say go ahead and get it. As for the colors, I say get the color you're actually going to use. Like if you're a red girl, this is a great formula. If you're a type of person who likes black, go ahead. For me, I'm going to be using Enchantment quite a bit. This is my favorite, to be perfectly honest. But I will use the others, as I mentioned the reasons from like 10 seconds ago. So, would I say get this? Definitely. The only reason I would say you would not want to get the eyeshadow palette is because it's not as pigmented, like bam and wow, like I would have expected Manny to. This is very light and buildable, which is the only surprising thing. Not bad. that. I was just a little bit surprised. But if you're also expecting an eyeshadow to last you to the morning all the way to the night, this will not be it, only because the colors do fade after a while. You're gonna need a different type of palette for that. But this is wonderful. It's a good palette, and even though he did for Halloween, the colors are very good and buildable. If you're the type of person that do love colors, you can use it throughout the year. So, question for you: if you want me to do tutorials with this palette, even though it is a Halloween theme type of palette, but if you still want me to do tutorials with this, just because it's a little bit more accessible, because when I do colors, I do use my Urban Decay electric palette, which is no longer in stock, and this one, I think, don't quote me, I think he may still have this in his site, like after Halloween, because I know a couple of his other collections are still on there. I don't know, but if you do have it and you just want different tutorials, or even how to do a natural look with this, let me know, comment below. So, thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and remember, please consider subscribing, and remember to give me a like, because that shows YouTube engagement and it really helps me out, because remember, I'm still a baby channel. Go ahead and share my video. Anyone who wants to know a little bit more about this collection, or go ahead, share my video, I would really appreciate it. And remember, comment below, because that really helps me, and also let me know, as I stated, if you want more looks with the collection, or even a specific color, what type of looks are you looking for, or if you're interested in me doing this palette as a natural look, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to do those for you, of course. So thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. And one last thing, be safe, be kind, be careful, especially for the Halloween time. Be careful. I love you, I miss you, and I'll see you in my next video.